Hey, I'm Mechanical Engineer, and in today's video I'll be setting up my shop area and showing you guys how I have everything laid out. Although we moved to this house several months ago, the garage workshop has yet to be properly set up. We have a few small boxes of tools that have yet to be unpacked, not to mention a whole mess of stuff on the other side of the workshop that doesn't belong in the workshop, yet it's taking up a lot of space. So I'm going to try to unpack what needs to be unpacked, to get out of here what doesn't belong, and try to bring everything into order. Here is the shop beforehand. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff everywhere. Boxes that have yet to be unpacked, stuff all over the floor from projects because floor space is very limited at the moment, and a lot more of the same on the other side. So let's get started on putting it all together. And here we are after everything is done. So first off, we have the workbench where I do all the filming. There's a camera mount. On top of the desk, we have the little organizer I made a few videos ago. My cheap $3 pocket knife that I use for everything because I don't care what happens to it. My drill that I have easy access to since I built a little holster for it. Then the power strip that we can plug anything into and also controls the lights. Speaking of lights, I just have a really ghetto setup of pine boards running across the top of the garage door track. I threw that up in a hurry when I first moved here because I had to make a video and I didn't have any lighting. But it's been a few months and they're actually working really well. And since I don't want to put any holes in the ceiling and we don't ever open up the garage door, I might just leave it. Now underneath the desk is where I keep a lot of the larger items like bench grinder, circular saw, hammer drill, and stuff like that. Then we also have the stuff beneath that I don't know what to do with, like the spotlights, the extra extension cords, and what have you. Then to the left of the bench we have this, well, these are actually little side tables I made that didn't turn out quite right. This is what they're supposed to look like. I might make a video on how to build these. I haven't decided just yet. If you want to see it, let me know. But regardless, this is where I keep our Porter Cable 150 PSI air compressor, air hoses, and other random air compressor parts. Then the nail gun, some nails, and some random screws. Then if we fold that over, we have the router table, a small upside down shelving unit. It's upside down so the shelves have a lip. This is where I put a lot of stuff I didn't know what to do with, like dowel pins, zip ties, and a scrap of Lexan pieces. Next to that we have a Craftsman tool chest, and this is all filled with my dad's tools, so I try my best not to touch it, but sometimes I do. Then on top of that we have a World War II gas mask and a Bluetooth speaker I built a few weeks ago. This is actually the new intro and outro section, so I just try to put some stuff up there that's eye-catching. Then if we follow over to the metal shelves, honestly I really don't use anything on the shelf, and I just have these two top shelves with more eye-catching stuff for the intro and outro. Now next to that is where things start to get a little bit exciting. This is actually the bottom side of the ramp I built I think a year ago. On the bottom of it we have the scroll saw that I need to fix and some wood glue. Quick side note, this costs like $8 at Lowe's and this only costs $17. Same brand, same wood glue, same everything. This is just a much better deal. Then above that we have a wood saw, and to the side of that I mounted this little clamp to hold my gloves, and on the other side we have my mini hacksaw. Next level up we have my headphones, my coping saw, my full-size hacksaw, and my dad's chisels. Above that we have my measuring tape, my dowel pin jig, some clamps, and my speed square. Then lastly on the very top we have some bar clamps, my hand clamps, and my claw hammers. Basically when I'm building anything out of wood, this is where I start. Now to the side of that we actually have my leopard gecko housing rack that I made several months back. However, all of my baby geckos have grown up and been sold, so now it holds a miter saw, my dad's hand saws, and a whole buttload of spray paint. This is a great place to cut something small, but whenever I need to cut something large, I set it on the ground because this has no side supports. So now if we follow this around, we have the table saw, some boxes I still don't know what to do with, and then a whole corner wall full of oak wood. I was working a demo job one time and they were throwing away a whole garage full of oak wood. So I was like, hey, I'll take it. And here we are. We also have the workshop chair that I built a while back, and then some more lights from the old garage. Next to the lights, we have my sanding slash, hey, I don't know what to do with this tool, so I'll put it here station. I'm actually really happy with the sanders being here because they're close to the table saw and also the power outlet. It just seems to be a great area for them. Lastly, we have a pretty old chest of drawers, which I have random stuff inside, and then a power planer on top. And if you're wondering, from the wall to the cardboard wall is about 9.5 feet. And measuring from the garage door to the front of the boxes is 15 feet. So it's not a very large area by any means, but you can still do a lot with it. And that is everything. But hey, thank you so much for you guys watching. I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, please feel free to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And Lord willing, I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching, and please feel free to subscribe.